We are very, very a bit like improvising. Just very lovely discussion. Okay, we do it.
Okay, hey, everyone be quiet. Let's be quiet and considerate.
Okay.
No talking.
So our team, the group 3, we would like to would like to say that how is our university, school is. So we are very focusing on the experimental and progressive of thinking. So what we're trying to show you is how we are like do it. We're going to show you how we, focusing on this. First of all, you could see that, all the shares that we have here, this is how we sit it. But to do this, we let the student to kind of experiment on how we could see, how different way we could sit on this chair. For example, I could do it this way.
So this is the way I can sit on the same chair.
But as you could see,ผมไปเลยแล้วกันนะ as you could see that หรืออาจารย์เพิ่ง
Okay, I think we're gonna do kind of improvisely, and the thing that we think is kind of the key towards the experimental spirit of the program. There are 3, that's from the. Okay, so if you come, we have supposed to sell it, right? Okay, so we have a very good facility, the place. We have a very good equipment, like all the CNC, fab lab, experimental things, that you can, come in and, use the, those for the experimental. Our pedagogy also, there are 3 key things. And the mindset, so it's the facility, pedagogy, and the mindset. And
yeah. So the facility, we thinking about how we inspire students. So we have some like a place too, and like a garage that the student can produce their own lab at their home. So that's one of the example. So the next one, pedagogy.
There are several things to talk about. Okay, I pick only the one that I offered, which is about international collaboration. Our schools also have collaboration with a number of institutes overseas. So our students can our student will have a chance to participate in several workshops abroad. Okay, ka.
Yeah, but in order to achieve the experimental and progressive type of school, we have to have the right mindset. So the mindset that we try to change ourselves to be is, first, we have to challenge the student to fail, to have the freedom to fail, which means they don't have to be afraid if they fail. not then coming to the class, no? They have to come to the class and fail. But then, but second chance, third chance. Hold on. Which means, what does it mean is that they have, because Thai educational system are too focusing on too much degrading. I mean, at least they were that mindset. So if we can shift a bit that not kind of only pass or not pass, I think focusing on the journey but not the outcome for education. Of course, once they graduate, it can be another thing, but at least that they have a kind of a mindset that, this kind of mindset will lead to experiment and eventually to something that is more a kind of new, a kind of new a kind of new interpretation on kind of reinterpretation of things, and then experimental can lead to that.
God, as you could see, there's a right or wrong on this. You know, the way you could sit on the chairs, and this depend on how you interpret things and how you feel comfortable, and you could experiment yourself how you find your comfort in the school. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
Keyword would be international.
Okay,
All
did
right.
everyone hear that?
International, yes. All right, you are a 16-year-old student. I don't know who you are. I mean, you can be a Chinese student, you can be an African student, or you can be a Thai student. But 16 years old means that the coming of age, that you want to explore the world. You are entering the world of adult. You are entering. Yes. You are entering the world of adults. And in this era of now, it's not just your national citizen. You are becoming the global citizens now. You have to be able to work or to live in anywhere in the world. That's why we're offering you our school.
Wow.
That's why we're offering you our school. If you are a Thai student, this is the opportunity door to other parts of the world. If you are the foreign students, this is the opportunity to explore the new part of the world that you have never experienced before. Yes. And we have the facilities to help you to succeed in our school. We have the labs, a lot of labs for you to explore the knowledge. We have the thinking, the learning, the teaching process that help you to develop, to become the world citizens. By you will learn how to use the knowledge locally, climb up to the globally level, and then that's why we come from the local to the global, the word, and then becoming the GLOCAL, right? And then also we have like a lot of faculties and students that come from all over the world. So you can learn how to experience new cultures. That's why this being here in our school means that you actually learn professionally, academically, and as the daily life also, that you learn new experience from any other persons in our university as well. And also, meanwhile you are studying, we are not just focusing on the study only. You will have like a lot of opportunities that we offer. For example, you can join the workshops that we have been collaborating with other universities in different countries. For example, now our students are in Italy, joining the land workshop here in Italy.
Wow.
Yeah. Also in Japan, right? Yeah. This is just examples of what we have, like numerous opportunities to outreach the world.
Wow, you're right in the middle of all the action.
Right, yes. Okay, so here is SoAD. This is like the starting point to outreach the world. You will become the citizen of the world, not just a country or a nation or a regional, but global, right? So we merge the local wisdom, right? The local wisdom, the East, and then to the global knowledge, become the GLOCAL. All right, so right now, that's why wait no more. Okay, wait no more, apply now. The opportunity to the world is waiting for you. Apply now. Yes.
It automatically prints itself out. Okay, this is like in real time, right?
Time. Apply now. 24 hour.
Very good. Thank you.
So much.
This is it. Pressure's on.
Please have a seat and welcome to our little cafe. Okay.
Ooh, a cafe.
Cafe.
Ooh.
We can have a chit chat a little bit. Like actually, we are a dynamic, passionate groups of people who want to do something good together. Okay. Would you like to join?
What kind of drink can I get first?
Oh, drink. We have coffee. Would you
Coffee.
like to
Oh,
have
thank
a
you.
cup of
Thank you.
coffee? Okay.
How did
Oh,
you
you
know?
love
Okay.
coffee, right?
This is like,
Espresso or latte?
okay.
Or cappuccino?
Cappuccino. Yeah.
Cappuccino. Okay. May I borrow yours? No. May I borrow as a prop? Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I
All
like
right.
this. I like this campus already.
Okay, very casual and very
free,
cozy. Yeah, all right. You can put aside a little bit. And actually, we are all friends together. So whoever come here, we always would like to know a little bit all about you. Because have you ever have anyone who really understand you?
Oh, no.
We are here for you. Okay.
Oh, coffee and friendship.
Yeah,
Oh.
coffee and friendship because we focus on the people mind and we really would like to understand you. And all of us have our own passion. Like in Cuba, what's your passion?
Triangles.
Of course, it's money.
Wow.
Environmental.
Okay.
Wow.
Square. Superstar.
All right. So, if you
I
like
have
to
found
join,
my tribe. You are my
Yeah.
tribe.
We can play game. This is a board game cafe as well.
game?
Yeah,
Wow.
a game. Okay, please come and join our game. Like you can draw your own passion pictures right here. What
Whoa.
would you like to be?
Whoa.
Okay, we have
I
star.
don't
We
know.
have
Oh, I
money.
pick one.
You
I
pick one. Okay, you pick one.
I'm going to be a star.
Okay, great.
Wow, this
And-
is interactive.
interactive. And if we join our community, our school, you can create your own path in order to be your own ways of the superstar. Okay, so you can draw any line to be the star, any star right here.
Okay.
Okay,
Can I go to the tree?
Yeah, sure. You
Whoa.
can be mix and match as you like.
This is like shopping.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
shopping. And when you go through our learning process, actually we are not very, we call learn. It's play and learn. So it's not so seriously learn. And we will do it together, learn by doing.
Really?
Okay, yeah, because we have a lot of collaboration. We have friends, see? We have friends. We have many, many people who have multiple viewpoints that you can share and expand your idea into very innovative ideas in the future. So once you go through our dynamic process like this is not a star, but this is the star. The star that is only you. That is only you. That's gonna be very shining in the very famous design room. Okay.
Wow.
All right. In our school, we are not only shaping the things as you like, because we have many, many classes that you can attend and you can really join not only inside our school, but outside our school as well. Not only in Thailand, not only in Asia, but globally, all around the
Wow.
world.
That's just like that other school.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we shaping what you like, we shaping, we understand you, we caring about you, we know your passion. So all of our faculties is really take the students as a family.
Wow.
So we are not teacher, we are facilitators, we are consultants, we are
Friends.
we are working together, we are colleagues. So no hierarchy. You don't need to respect as a very high respect, very strict, because we are real casual, just like the environment that you live around here. And in each group, once you got a same passionate of the people together, you have a close group. But not only the close group that you can work together, you can work with another group that can expand your idea as well. Either to be in
Environmental concern or like social concern, and you can go like on the ground, you know.
Wow.
On the ground.
There's so many choices.
Yeah, because it's dynamic.
It's
That is-
dynamic, of
yeah,
course,
That
of
is
course.
our school offer. Yeah. Diversity and dynamic. Yeah.
Okay, would you like to join us?
Oh, so many choices.
Okay.
I have to think about this. Okay, I'm going to have to go and get some friends to help me out.
Okay, friends is all
Oh,
around
friends,
you.
friends,
Yeah,
friends, okay.
all right. Wherever you need us, anywhere, anytime, we are here for you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay, this was great. This was really, you know, one good thing about doing these workshops is that you never know what's going to happen, and it's really so much fun to see the creativity. So thank you. So right now we're going to, should we give? I think we should take a vote first, or you want to talk about? Okay, so I can't decide which school I'm going to go to. So we're going to decide together. Okay? So we're going to take a vote by a show of hands, okay? You have three choices. You definitely want to go to the school, you're uncertain, or you're not interested at all, okay? So you only get one vote, unfortunately. So we're going to start with number 5, and we're going to do this by number of hands, okay? And this is not kind of like, this is not really to kind of say one idea is better, because they're all good. And in fact, what's really nice about this is that you can really pull them all together as one offering. But I think we want to get a sense of why certain people are attracted to something. So that's what the voting is. And then after this, we're going to open up and discuss what we learned and also why these subjects came up as the highest. And we don't have a lot of time because this conversation can go on, I think, for several hours. There's a lot of richness here. So, okay. Wow, it stopped. It must have crashed. The server crashed. Okay. Who really likes this and wants to go to this school? Raise their hand. Okay. Who's uncertain? Uncertain. Okay, we've got 3. Uncertain. Who does not want to go? Okay. Okay, good. Nice, nice. What I liked about this is that you guys had fun doing it. And that was very, very attractive. Okay. Who wants to go to this school? Raise your hand. Okay, who's undecided? Okay, who doesn't? Okay, I didn't see many hands at all for any of those 3. Let's try this again. Who wants to go to this school? Raise their hand. Who is undecided? Okay, and who doesn't? Okay, didn't see, but I think I've got the message. Okay, group 3. You know, I'm sorry, what I really should have done on these both, that the key word, this was the pioneer? Okay, so they were the pioneer, and that group was, what was yours again? New experience. So, and this one is experimental progressive. So who wants to go to experimental progressive? Gee, what is, okay, who's unsure? And who doesn't? Okay. I think he studied in Switzerland. That's those Swiss. Yeah. Okay. Okay, who wants to go? Yours was international. Who wants to go international? Okay. Who's unsure? Who doesn't? Okay. Finally. Okay, and you were dynamic. Who wants to go to dynamic? Raise your hand. Who's unsure? And who doesn't? Okay. It's all a little close. So I'm not going to say. I think it was a little bit of everything. I think that's fair to say. So, Plaid, do you want to say a few words, or should we just open it up to the group? Okay, let me start. Yeah, because I don't want to so let's start by saying, what do you think about this exercise in terms of what did you, when you came in this morning at 9 o'clock, and what do you have now, 8 hours later? Clarity, a little bit more insight, more confusion? Let's start here. And really, this is important that you all talk, because this is about your future. I mean, this is really important. So if you don't open up and take the lead, you know, you're not going to help each other out. So really, when did you start?
Okay. From my experience, I think that we are start thinking to the same direction and the same way, and have more sorts of unique idea than before. And I think we can go along with this path quite well in the future. Yep.
So what I heard is more direction?
Sorry?
So more direction? Is that
More directions, more clear direction, more clear direction.
more clear? Okay.
For me, I think we can understand ourselves, our school more, and can see the weakness and the opportunity, and a little of the gap between our weakness to the new opportunity and the direction that from all these 5 universities, I think actually we can have 5 in 1. Yeah. So I choose all. They are all best. Diplomatic. Oh yeah.
Very diplomatic. All right. To be honest, I'm still questioning. It's even put more questions for me. Yes, don't get me wrong. I hope for the best for our school, but we're still in a process of reaching that level that we, yes, it's still questioning. Yes, this is the dream, but in what way that we can make that this dream come true? Yes, considering what we have and what we will have. Yes.
So I think I very support with international idea. International idea to go to have broadening ability to discover something new. So that's why I'm thinking.
So I'm sorry, you support the international?
Yes.
So are you saying you support the international idea more now than before?
No, before I spot this idea, and I still keep thinking this is a good direction to go.
Okay, thank you.
I think there are interesting ideas that come up with this. But in reality, we have to select something that we should focus rather than trying to do every bit of everything that we have been, doing something like that. But this is more. It's clearer. I mean, it's clearer in what we see our school into quite, at least 5 key words.
So the 5 groups added clarity.
Well, usually in the past, let's say in the past, we try to excel in almost like, every angle to be a good school. But in reality, we might not be able to achieve that.
For me, I think today got many idea and about the goal of school.
Can you be more specific?
I think cannot specify about because I think all of group interesting and not sure to specify.
Actually, I like this exercise a lot. It's related to the business part, but the thing that I feel still lacking is about the context that include the global context. We change to the digital economy and Thai context. Like we have less population in like aging society. We have less students and less. So we want to go inter. We want to have more international students. Because the Thai students will, I think in 5 years, I think they will decrease down. Yeah, because we have university around 140 university in Thailand. That's a lot. It's not easy right now. Yeah.
That's an excellent point. Context is critical, and you're going to have to do that too. But certainly, it plays a big role.
I think one thing that is kind of already maybe known to us is the diversity of the school, and it's even very clear today from the in the morning the presentation of the labs and the exercise in the afternoon. We are doing what kind of many people kind of doing different things in the school, but in a good way.
Maybe I has a question like, what is the direction of the school? Maybe when I arrived from US, and then I asked Ajahn Phung about this, and that the idea what Ajahn Phung said was diversity of the school, and that's why we come up with the vertical studios and also the labs. And today I think, for me, we have done this kind of trying to find the strengths of the school, and today I felt that all of us, I don't know, but this is maybe the first time that I really feel that we are really like think on to ourselves, like who we are. And I think all these keywords, not only 5, but maybe the rest of it too, that we need to kind of like critically and think about it, like who are we, in order to like tell others. And I think it's just starting, the way we are to have to like develop further of this from this.
Actually, I think all the keywords that all the group has came up with, actually, if it was embedded in us since the beginning of the school somehow, but back then we were much younger than today. Well, but anyway, as we age, I think we has a bit more edged to each of the dimension. Of course, some dimensions are more enhanced to a higher level. Some are a bit slower or decreasing, but anyway, I think it's a good exercise to reflect, because in each team have a the faculties from each department, and each department has own strength and weakness too. And of course, this a kind of reflection, from each of us. And I think it looked like we are a kind of, that it seemed to be many directional. But I think because the future is uncertain, I think we have to be flexible and adjust accordingly to whatever the society demographic change. We have to be open-minded and communicate among us. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, from the activities that we have done, we come up with several interesting ideas, and I hope some great idea can be turned into reality, because I believe that we see clearer picture of our school. So I do hope that some ideas can be changed into reality. Okay.
The seminar and the workshop has been very useful, and to me, I think we have been doing this for years, for the seminars. There are a few things that I think were quite new from today, which is good. But the things that concerns me the most is we have to implement it, like Ajahn said before. We have good ideas, but if they cannot be implemented, then it's not going to be useful. And we have to try to get the message across to the people, the parents, or the target high school student, whoever. That's the way that I think is going to be very useful. Okay.
Okay. I think like after these sessions, like I found that we quite agree on something, like the keywords in particular. Like this group is like got new dynamics, like customizations, experimentation. So I think that kind of quite blend in similarities, I would say. So I think that to me seems like we all agree on something, and probably take it as our common ground that we can grow together. So if we can make it happen somehow, right? Because seems like we're willing to try something new, right? Probably this is a good start for make it actually happen, I think.
I think most of what we hear today, they're not new. And I think, the concerns about the implementation, we probably have to look at this as maybe a starting point. It needs a continuing dialogue and also doing something, from after today. Then some of these could become like real projects.
It's very interesting for me as a newbie to enjoy this seminar and the workshop. Especially, I think the school changed really much since 15 years ago. I graduated, and now I'm gonna come back here, work here. So I see a lot of opportunity and possibility. So looking forward to start working next month.
Okay. Yeah. I think the positive energy, it's very important. Like, doesn't matter, like whether it's good time, bad time, we have more students to apply or less students to apply. Because in order to get more members to the school, is not only about applications one time for the first year. There's also allow us to break the how you say, like the framework that we always say, like, well, there's one time only to get the students. Actually, there's a lot of opportunities, and when we
work together. We talk to each other more across the department. It's really fun, and we just feel like, oh, well, this is one kind of experience that I believe is good for everyone. Yeah.
For me, I think today is a very good session because I might see the student or the course from my perspective, from my department. But today, when we work together with the other professors, then I can get the feedback or the perspective from the other department. But we are in the same school, and then we can see the same direction, the same picture as one pictures. But it's not just only the vision that we want to be, but I think if we have more time, it would be good if we have a discuss about how to go and how to get the vision done, complete for the school. That's it.
So I think from this workshop, I can see the effects of what we have. If see as an observer from 5 groups, maybe these 5 keywords might not the only keyword we have, but I can see the effects of each group that we are very flexible. You may see some offer of each group seems too much to offer. But that the effects that we can do it in this school because we are very flexible. We are maybe not a new school, but we are a new way of thinking. That the effect, that our flexibility and from the time and from the task that we put all our energy together. That can reflect and have a very good prototype to reflect the outcome. I think our energy, our flexibility, I think we can do a good thing.
Okay, so I think most of all were being sharing already for many plenties of points, but to me this is like a good platform of sharing and dialogue of conversation. Question is good if you, like Ajahn Pao said, okay, now it's more curious or getting more of questions, which is mean that okay, now we have something to talk about more. And we can develop more after that, implementing and everything. The last point I would like to share is about the good environment. I think from my experience, one of the very strong points of our school is like our relationship among our team here. I have seen like friends as a family. This is my second family, so I'm working very happily, and I hope that everyone's would, for the newcomers, and you will be very fine, happily with us. Thank you.
Okay, well, I think that this kind of workshop gives great opportunity to really work and exchange together in a less formal way, and I think this has very positive integrating effects. But regarding the topics that we spoke about, in my opinion, it's a little bit too generic when one talks about dynamism and global and innovation and creativity. It's like, of course, what else you're gonna say nowadays in order to attract people? I mean, architecture, of course, is creative, it's innovative, but these are words, and I wonder if it would be Silapakorn or Chula or Mahidol or AA or Bartlett, what would be different? You know, like what would be really talking about? Also, everybody want to be creative and innovative and future-looking, and I feel like as Dean Michael yesterday showed the logos of the 5 universities that are the main competitors, and talked about the way in which KMUTT and especially SoAD has to position itself in order to be attractive on the market. So I think we should be more specific and really, choose certain direction. And I think architecture being such an incredible, field and so deep and so multidisciplinary gives this opportunity. I mean, there are really, schools like Aachen in Germany. It's a very highly regarded school nowadays, which they are incredibly good in constructions. We in ETH, in Swiss Federal Institute of Technology, also have a very different approach. And there it's not only about innovation, but also preservation and looking at the same time to the back and to the front. So I think next time it will be very interesting to talk specifically about what can be done and just maybe like regarding innovation, of course I'm totally on board with that. And this group number 3, which I said I wouldn't join, the progressive experimental, so no offense, but it's just in relation to where I have studied there, the approaches in educated experimentation. So the belief is that before one starts to experiment, one needs profound knowledge, and architecture really requires that and takes time. One needs to build a couple of buildings in order to understand materiality, proportion, space. Three-dimensional thinking is not natural for humans, so it takes time. And I think talking to students would be important first to, it's really, we need to pass on knowledge to them, in my opinion, and then maybe in graduate program let them play around with that. But it cannot be like this, that, in my opinion at least, that they come and start to speculate without having basis for this speculation.
It's quite difficult to speak almost the last person, and it's easy. It's easy because listening to everyone. Thank you for the workshop, because I think this workshop, you try to encourage us to look from the buyer side point of view, okay? From the, the one who gonna choose our school. And we have to think what is our strength, right? And the words like dynamic, diversity come up, which might not be that, like you said, that outstanding for other countries, but for Thailand university, it is quite important. It's very, very rare. Okay. Flexibility is, because of all those regulations or the size of the school, like Chulalongkorn University, Silpakorn, they have something else to do. And they have like all their laws already positioning. So we have to think about our positioning and what is our strength. We might not the best in technology, we might not the best in management, we might not be the best in like conservation or like Thai architecture or whatever, but we have diversity. And in the workshop that and we are very dynamic. We have many type of pedagogy, like learning, teaching model, which Ajahn Him try to encourage us to use. Okay, and we don't have that model of teacher that, like teach and be like different level with the students, okay? And the one good thing that in the workshop that you try to encourage us is not only try to find our positioning, but how to achieve it. Okay, and I listened to 5 groups, and every group talk about like collaboration, talk about like Ajahn Mike, this is our theme already, like synergy, right? Synergize or something. Okay, it's like so when we know that these words, these keywords are in every group. Every schools, yeah. So no matter how different we are, I think we should try to collaborate. Like I have my class, and now I'm gonna talk to other lab that is it possible to like synchronize your class with mine or something like that, and go together, bring the kids out, doing something with the community or something like that, I think we can work more on that, okay? And thank you for the workshop.
First of all, I would like to thank you very much for arranging the workshop and also the very thoughtful and fruitful comments all along the way that you have been giving for the morning session. I enjoyed the workshop a lot, and I think it reflects many ways. When I'm thinking about, okay, which direction that the school should go, if I think alone, it would be totally different than we think together. And today, we think together. And then I think with this aspect, we never see that maybe with the same keyword, we might understand it differently. And the nice thing about this activity today is that we clarify the keyword in more details that we can put into the action plan, or can arrange any activities together in order to pursue and to achieve whatever keyword that we would like to go. So I think the clarity, the synergy, and also the similarity and the difference that we have today, I think is all valuable for us to think forward about the priority of our school, especially when you have to choose, okay, which one is going to be the first priority that you like to convey the message. Like when you told us that, okay, you are 16 years old, target group, which is normally when we talk to each other, we would think about ourselves as a user, or like parents maybe, but maybe in terms of the students aspect, we have to convince the message differently, like in Facebook groups that has been very pushed forward about the ways that we communicate, because I think the communication for our school is very important. We realize that we've done a lot of good things. We've done a lot of interesting approach for learning, but communicate to outside to see value of how we are and what we have. I think this is a very critical things to draw the more students to our school, because the new students will never know how good we are until they are really experiencing and learning in our school. So how we communicate with that, and I think a lot of ideas in here can be continued and keep up the energy and engagement of everyone today, and I think we can go forward. Thank you very much.
Okay, what I have learned today, I think that our school core competency is quite competitive, at least in the region, I believe. But I found out that we may not be able to survive with our routine work anymore. I think we need to take the flexibility or the agility of our organization, the dynamic of our organization as the key driver to move forward our organization to be the pioneer of the global innovation leader in reality. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we took notes here, and they're all pretty good. So one of the things that after you do a workshop, everyone goes home and you have to go back to work, and it's the same old thing again, So the key is, how do you take what you have here and apply it to real day life? It's always hard. But I think you need to walk the talk, which is what we kind of say back in the States. I don't know if you know what that means. You know, we talked about user-centered design a lot. So I think that's what you need to do. I think you need to test these ideas. My suggestion, but I think this is what you all have to decide, is get out there, get out of the office like you're doing with your projects, and take some of these ideas and get some real feedback, you know? And I think the flexibility that you mentioned and diversity is something I didn't hear earlier on today. It might have been said, but it has not been said as clearly as now. Now, flexibility and versatility can be really messy. So it's really how you're going to manage that. But I think that's exactly what you need to do in the coming world. And thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, so few points of what I have seen, which I think is interesting. One thing is about diversity, which I believe most of you would agree. But for me as a student, when I look at this thing, what I learned is also about what is the exact direction of the school. So it seems like there are many things that you are good at, but for me, when you look at me as a student, what is the key message that I should learn? So my question is how to make a clear direction and not make a confusion from your diversity. And the other thing that I got is I learned that you have idea about who you are, but for me as a student, it might be something else when they look at you. So I guess now again, back to 30 points, go back to them. They are your customer, understand your customer. Yeah. And the third thing is about idea. I actually learned from you that what you talk about are already been there for many times or been talking about so many times. But maybe today what you have to think about is how to make it real. And again, back to 30 point, this is something that me as a business person always have problem with. We have a lot of very high level idea, but when talk about real thing, we don't know how it look like. And it's back to, I guess, it's like designer ability to move from abstract to concrete. And I think one easy way to do is just to prototype, just think about what it would look like in real world and start small from prototype it, and it really helps a lot. And that's the, I would say the เสน่ห์นี่ภาษาอังกฤษแล้วว่า the charm of design that I as a business person really fall in love with. Yeah.
The other thing is the question to ask yourself, who do you not want to be? You know, sometimes that in itself will answer who you are by who you don't want to be. You might want to be very exclusive. So I think it's, you know, to your point about what's the context of the problem, you have to bring that in. If student populations are decreasing, what does that mean to who you are as well? So again, you know, it's a design problem, and you're all overly qualified to figure this out. But going back to the original thing about why this workshop was together was pull your labs together. I think bringing all your data together to solve this problem is how you're going to leverage that data into information.
Last point. One thing that I learned is it's very good if you can set example. If you want your student to collaborate, you have to collaborate, then they will learn from you. If you want your student to be more creative or work with like fail more, you just allow yourself to fail more because you set them example. And I think this is what I learned from Stanford. Yeah.
Thank you very much ค่ะ I think we has been really enjoy and also has been it's not really enlightened but it's more like we has been reflect to our school and we would like to give this opportunity to Ajahn Mike to thank our guests about events and activities today. Would you please closing the ceremony?
Okay, so it has been enjoyable and thank for Terry and Kunpa to help us get through this. And in my opinion, it's reinforced what I have been perceiving the school in a way that it's full of diversity. But maybe technically we need to come up with one or a few words that can explain that, and as you say, to be able to communicate the good quality of this very useful quality of our school to our students, future prospect student. And that's why I think we have some like cultural words here. It's like the culture of our organization, trying to connect all things together as a culture, but then the identity words for our school is not yet been found. So we need to maybe do a little bit of that, but I think it's coming along, right? So and in the morning and in the afternoon, I think reinforced, and maybe you feel the same too, that our school is not kind of, I think about urban planning in some way. In the past, when you think about kind of Western cities, right? You think about the Western theory about cities, trying to make it very clear, and you have zoning. This is the office area, this is a residential area, and everything. But after the while, it has been proved in some way that that kind of city is not natural and is not sustainable in a way that it doesn't allow a lively kind of living in the city. And then people look back to the old kinds of city where everything is integrated, the mixed use, and the old kind of chaotic city, which is more, you were charming and attractive and lively and filled with safety and enjoyable experiences. And I believe that this quality of our school is the quality, the kind of quality that would keep the school sustainable, because we have a very open-minded platform, and if we have the respect to others in the school, and we collaborate, and create this synergy, right? And something may come up with new ideas, and then if it's obsolete, and then we can eliminate some of the ideas and start anew, or we can combine ourselves into a new things in the future. We can add in open platform. It's like very flexible system, very flexible platform where everybody can enjoy and collaborate, right? So I'm not so sure collaborative kind of organization, very that kind of thing, right? So thank you very much. It has been very helpful, and I think we kind of agree in some point now. I can feel it that it has been very clear. That's us, but maybe I'm not so sure there's no word for it to make it more attractive at this point, but we will come up with that. Okay.
Ceremony. So thank you, Ajahn Mike, for the closing, the heart-touching closing speech. Yes, and Next one would be, I would like to invite Ajahn Mike, our dean, to present, to give the souvenir to our guests. The first one, I would like to invite Kun Somnuk Kamon Sevikun from SCG. This is our souvenir. So, the souvenir. Secondly, Ms. Terry G. Duque, Designing Impact, Stanford and Cranbrook. Thank you so much.
We work together with local community to design that product.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Meaning.
Okay.
Thank you.
Last but not least, คุณสิริอาภาสิริวิริยากุลคุณปลานะคะ Designing Impact, also from Stanford and Cranbrook. Got different colors on the scarf, so if you're not happy with the colors, please exchange it as your own. Okay.